to the channel, and thank you so much for being here. I hope you're doing well tonight. Happy Friday, Saturday to some of you if you're still awake from India and you're joining me. I may not have participation because this is very last minute, very impromptu. Spirit gave me a message and a song, and I'm going to share that with you. And if you don't catch me live, maybe you'll catch it on the replay. Oh, that one was meant to fall on the floor, so we're going to see what it says. The rest of them I'm trying to put away. Cosmo is being very clingy ever since I began getting the message. The message just really started coming through, just pouring through. And it was almost overwhelming how it poured through. It's like, I'll explain as we go. But for right now, just know that there's a relationship that... Oh, I just put that rock away without looking at it. Something tells me it said dream. But we won't know now, will we? Alright, so I'm just checking the energy because we've had serious problem with energy being negative on this channel. I think it's pretty much under control now, but I'm not going to speak too soon. Cosmo is a little frightened of the fire. And I don't blame him. He's smart. He's a pretty smart little bird. No, Spirit. No. I'll open a window in a minute. It's going to be okay. Welcome to the channel, whoever you are joining me. Thank you for being here. I hope you will make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you set your notifications. I haven't gotten started yet. I'm just checking the energy because it's been so negative lately. I'm clearing out what's left of the negativity. Hopefully. I'm not really getting a lot of negativity. I'm just kind of clearing out what was left from the last couple of times because we had some serious problems with negativity. And we still have a little bit, as you can see. But when I light the sage, it'll go away. The sage is stronger than the palo. And especially this sage because it's dragon's blood. Typically the palo will go out once the sage begins. Yeah, see there it went out. The sage is the strongest, but it has a very strong smell and it can be overwhelming to you to breathe. And you are supposed to crack a window or have some ventilation somehow, because if not, it can make you sick. Negative energy can make you sick. And so can the sage from that negative energy. I'm just going to clear all this negativity out and get rid of it. And it's important that we do that because it can make you sick. And when I get a lot of negativity like I had on the last two videos, I've been doing these readings long enough to know what they mean. What it means is that somebody is either terminally ill, they either have a major addiction and or mental illness going on, or they're into witchcraft. Those are the things that I have personally experienced this kind of negativity to represent. I don't know what exactly it represents because Spirit has not shown me yet, but trust and believe that if it continues to be like this, Spirit will show us what it is, and we may find out tonight, because the song that came through for the reading was called Burning House by Cameron Marlowe. And the other night I thought that was the song we got, but we got The House on Fire by somebody else. But I'm going to read you the lyrics to the song. The song will be in a link in the description box. Once the video posts, you can click on that and hear the song. It's a rather sad song. I guess my thingamajiggy here is not going to work for me. I don't know. I guess it's not going to work, and I'm not going to fight it. I'm just going to go ahead and do the reading. I'm not worried about the music. The song's in the description box. Just have a listen when you get a chance. It's called Burning House by Cameron Marlowe. And it talks about someone who says, I'm sleepwalking through this life, or through this house, because it's the only way that I can hold you tight. And he talks about how he did you wrong, and now you're gone, and he sees you and you look the same, and he could take you back, but people never change, and so he's sleepwalking too close to the fire. And it's just a really sad song about a relationship that fell apart because somebody did somebody wrong. And before I got the music, I was thinking I'm going to do some channeling. A lot of this is going to be channeled message tonight. I was doing some thinking about how sometimes when you're in a situation with someone that you love and they're in a relationship with someone else, maybe you're just friends with them and you're trying to maintain the boundary of friendship with them. And the only way you can really show them any kind of concern or care is through helping them maybe financially if they're not working or if they're struggling because of whatever reason. And then that makes you look like you're trying to buy their love, when really in actuality you don't need to buy their love. You don't need to buy anybody's love, and you're aware of that. But it might be taken out of context because it's really the only thing you can do, especially if you're at a distance or if they're in a relationship with somebody else, because the friendship could become a threat to the relationship. You understand what I'm saying? And so you have to tread lightly when you're in situations like that. And sometimes it might be wise to just back away entirely. And I'm beginning to think in my own personal life and experience that that's what's going to happen. Is that I'm just going to have to back away entirely. Because, and when I say that, I mean cut all ties. Everyone. Everything. Nothing, left. No foot in the door. No cracks in the, windows. It's just going to have to be cut completely, severed completely. Because if not, it's going to continue to be like a triangle, even though it's not really even meant to be that. It just, because if you're a woman and you have a relationship with a man, you don't want another woman dealing with your man, even on a friendship level, especially if it's an ongoing thing. And so I think that the best thing to do sometimes, because it can make you look like you can't, what else can you do for somebody in that situation besides help them financially or be there for them emotionally? And what woman wants her husband or her boyfriend to have another woman be that for them? You know what I'm saying? It's weird. And so it's not my thing. And I just can't do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to stop myself. Right. And maybe some of you find yourself in the same kind of situation. And it's time to stop doing it. For me, anyway. You do what the hell you want to do. But I know I have a conscience, and mine is telling me what I have to do. Alright, we got Believe. Believe. Thank you for the likes. There's your friend. There's your friend. Inspire. Somehow this person might be an inspiration. We got Freedom. Maybe this person wants freedom. Maybe they really don't want to be in this relationship. And we got Faith. Maybe they want, maybe it's you. Maybe it's me who wants this freedom. Like, I don't want to even be considered a third party or in anybody's way. Like, I don't want to be a hindrance to anybody else's relationship because I tried to be a friend. Because I can be your friend and not have anything to do with you for years. I have friends that I haven't seen in years, and we can reconnect, and it's like we never even missed a beat. And sometimes that's what you have to do. This is very circumstantial based on the music and based on everything that I'm feeling. I'm feeling like this is something that's put you in a position to feel like a third party. And truly, you're not third party. What you are is you probably got misled and you ended up in this situation. You backed away and you just now, it's just not the same. Like, you've lost all respect for this person. And they may have lost respect for you. I'm sure their spouse has lost respect for you. Alright, so let's just start out by finding out how this may have happened from the breakup deck. Because I'm feeling like that's what this is very much going to involve a breakup. Alright? Thank you, Spirit, man. Hello, Mr. Blue. This is a reading. This is a tarot reading. How are you tonight? Are you interested in tarot cards? Or mediumship? Or psychic abilities? Okay, welcome, welcome. Make sure you subscribe, okay? So I'm telling you what I'm feeling about this reading, and I guess you heard what I had to say, and there was a song involved, and you can find it in the description box. Somebody's coming up with a strategy and overthinking. This is believing a friend in having inspiration or being inspired, your freedom and your faith somehow. Competition and a strategy. See what I'm saying? It's like you already have somebody and now you're trying to come up with a strategy. Alright, show me how this happens, Spirit. May I see, please? May I see how this... This happened because somebody said they will call. Whatever that might mean. I mean, it could mean a lot of things. It could mean that somebody will call. Alright, let's keep going. What was being hidden about this? That you were staying up late at night, maybe said they would call, and you had a desire to win. You were up late at night, thoughts of you keep me up. Even if I fall asleep, I dream of you. Remember in the song, he was dreaming, excuse me, that sage is a bit much. He was dreaming of this person that he had done wrong. And how they were in a, like, essentially their relationship went up in flames because this person was done wrong. And there was somebody who had a secret desire to win. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna look better, do better, and get someone hotter. And there's whoever this person is, you think about them at night. Alright, and what was being shown? Because that's what, oh, this person was leading a double life. So, I'm living a double life and I'm a different person in each. So, you are not who you pretend to be. You are one person when you're around when you're around one of these women, you're one person, and when you're around another, you're a different person. And you have to hide who you are to each of these people. Whether it be two men or two women, you're having to hide who you are. In this scenario, it's showing up as a man so far. Alright, and what's going to happen next? You're going to be partying. Oh, that's not good. And you're not going to eliminate one of these people. That's awful. But there will be no divine union. So one of these people is a probably twin flame. Why is they will call here as for how this happened? Because it was divine time and there was competition that was calling. Why is divine time here? Because somebody did not want any drama. They felt like it was not the right time for it to be only you. But they felt like it was time for it to be only you. They just didn't want any drama. So this person wanted you to call. And they felt like it was time for it to be only you. Or maybe they didn't want them to call because they felt, look, somebody here is true love. One of these people feels like they're supposed to be with you. And the other one, I think, is supposed to be with you. That's the feel that I'm getting. Alright, clarify your double life. You were in denial and you had unsent messages. So, because of your denial, there were messages you wouldn't send. What were you in denial about? Being on the verge of telling somebody you're not a player. And why did you not want to tell them that? Because you were trying to focus on yourself and the grass is greener. Alright, and how did that work out for you? You were having to take it slow and learn a lot of lessons because of this. And you were also partying, escaping. What were the lessons that you learned from this? That you can't be trusted? And that you're almost at your breaking point. Why are you at your breaking point? Why is it breaking? Because there's a dying love here. Somebody's love is dying. Can you clarify the dying love? Jealousy, no escape, an epiphany, and you realizing. It's like you didn't realize that you were escaping. You weren't having an epiphany about not being able to escape this jealousy. You could escape this jealousy. But you didn't realize it because you wouldn't stop partying. You partied too much. And you weren't helpless. You played the victim here. I think you have maybe really got some issues. I'm just going to put it like that. You may need some therapy, just to be honest with you. You could have some mental illness going on, like some narcissistic tendencies, borderline personality tendencies. Show me how this happened, Spirit. May I see, please? Oh, card in the wrong deck. Oh, you had some feelings for somebody, and you did not want to hurt somebody. So you were being a playboy. The Knight of Cups came out. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and Libra. Sorry. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So there's definitely a Libra involved here. Somebody drinks bottled water, rides a motorcycle or some kind of cycle, motor, something, moped. It looks more like a moped, to be honest with you. Wears sunglasses. Could have short hair, maybe sandy brown hair. This person, they're handsome, they're cool. This is what I call like that cool guy, you know, like that bad boy. This is the bad boy of the tarot. A lot of people consider the Knight of Wands to be, you know, like he's just a flat out player. This guy, he just flirts. He really just flirts with you. He doesn't really make any moves towards you. And if you try to make any moves towards him, he goes into the wrong deck. See, I put the candle out even. He will ghost your ass. If you make any moves towards him, he's going to ghost you. Because he doesn't really want to be with you. And he's not going to tell you that. Because he likes the attention that he gets. Look, I can't even hold on to these cards. Okay, he did hurt you. That Three of Swords just turned upside down. Somebody got hurt here. This was a pretty decent love probably at one time. This could have been somebody you were having an affair with online, but you never actually met them. Very attractive, very handsome young man. He could be in his 30s or 40s, 50s even, but I think he's probably younger than that. Very sexy. Drinks bottled water. Alright. So, this is not the deck that I meant to get. There's cards mixed in here that I meant to get, and this is why. Oh, there we go. He's hot, smart, and has a great ass. Okay. And we now know that he hurt somebody. Let's keep going. What's he hiding? He has bad judgment. He doesn't really know. He's secretly got negative consequences here because of his drinking too much or drugging too much. All right, and what's he showing? That the Hermit is here in reverse. So he isolates a lot. You know, like I said, if you probably don't hear from this person until they do get drunk, and then they want to drunk text you. All right, what's going to happen next? Or unless their old lady or old man is not around. In this case, this could be a man. It looks like one. But sometimes women look like men. What's going to happen next is Justice in reverse and the Eight of Wands. So something unfair is going to happen. It's going to cause this relationship to not move forward. And it may even cause somebody to stop talking to you. Like I said a while ago, I felt like for myself, having a male friend who has a wife or a girlfriend, even though there's nothing involved in it, I mean, at all, it's just not something I'm comfortable with, because I put myself in the other person's shoes and I think, well, how would I feel? You know, and I probably would be okay with it because my husband used to talk to his first wife all the time. And he talked to his old ex-girlfriends all the time. And he laid in bed right beside me doing it. And it didn't bother me at all. I really could care less because I knew that he loved me. And that he would have gone to the ends of the earth for me. But see, not all women are like that. Not all women have that level of security in the person they're dealing with. So, what it looks like to me is that this is going to be... something unfair is going to happen. Clarify what's unfair. A Queen of Wands is here. Something is unfair when it comes to maybe a Leo. It could be an Aries or Sagittarius. It feels like a Leo. Feels like a Leo for sure. However, I do have all three, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. In fact, this is typically considered a Sagittarius. So I'm going to say that this could actually be a Sagittarius who's being treated unfairly. But it could also be a Leo. How are they being treated unfairly? Because this makes them incredibly happy. And so the fact that they can't have this person in their life, and this person has played with their emotions and has isolated and not talked to them when they're holding back. It's like they're holding themselves back from talking to this person. Probably because they're involved with somebody else. That's what I'm feeling. Alright, now show me how this happened. You didn't want to cook a meal. Alright, why do we care? Because you didn't want to do the dishes either. Alright, so this happened because you didn't want to cook or do the dishes. So what did happen? Somebody told you to shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up about doing dishes and getting something to eat? Alright, what's being hidden here? Because y'all are clowns. It's not that serious. It is that serious because you're telling somebody who doesn't want to cook or do dishes to shut the fuck up. And this person is very, very sexy, handsome. They're a heartbreaker. This person is a heartbreaker. And they're getting negative consequences. What do you mean it's not that serious? You need to agree to disagree that you fucked up. So this person is like, you fucked up. Remember, you're getting negative consequences? And you're like, no, I didn't. It wasn't that serious. What's being shown? That's what's happening in secret. That's what's going on behind closed doors. What's happening? Look, what they're showing on the outside is fill in the blank. We're going to have to pull tea on that. Alright. So, talk to me, Spirit. What's going to happen next? Thank you if you're watching. You're going to be fucking stressed. You're going to love the one you're with. and realize we can't be all things, and it's not time to talk money. So somehow money is a factor here, and you don't want to have to talk about money. You're stressed. You're loving the one you're with because you can't be all things, and you don't want to have to talk about money. Why don't you want to have to talk about money? Because you can't say thank you enough. So you're ungrateful. It's like you're ungrateful when it comes to talking about money or something. Maybe they don't know about this money. Maybe you're hiding this money also. Maybe they do know about the money, and that's how you fucked up, is you got money from somebody. That might be what fill in the blank is. Clarify fill in the blank. You couldn't spend time with them. Your boundaries are trash, and somebody may have sent a picture. So somebody wanted to spend. It's like you told this person, or maybe they overheard you say, "I want to spend time with you," and you said, "I want to spend time with you too." And somebody could have seen this on your phone, and that might be what fill in the blank is. And now they don't trust you. Let's see what fill in the blank is. And you actually might be thinking about going solo because of this. This could end up in a breakup. But I know that what I feel is that the person who feels like the third wheel here is the one that's gonna... Somebody was dodging bullets and they couldn't run. Oh, shit. Somebody's shooting at you and you can't run? You better get out of Dodge. Alright, what is fill in the blank over here? Somebody ain't shit and they're a drama starter. That's what fill in the blank is. They ain't shit and start drama. And the way they do it is by, they want to spend time with somebody else. And they text back and forth with this person. Okay, clarify how they ain't shit and they're a drama starter. Because somebody made a dirty offer. They're calling somebody an obsessive lover. They're like, you're going to make a dirty offer because you are obsessed with this person. And I'm not looking them up online. I'm not looking them up online. I'm not looking at their social media. So this person is starting shit, and they ain't shit because they are accusing you or somebody of making a dirty offer. What's the truth about the dirty offer? That you have to dust something off, and you don't have a drug habit or bad habits. It's like you got cleaned up in the past, and you're not getting fucked up all the time. What's the truth about the other person? That they are a wolf in sheep's clothing, they have a huge ego, and they are an impersonator. They pretend to be somebody they're not. And somebody is not a queen rising. So what's going to be the outcome? Legal issues, and you're not thinking about this. Why are you not reflecting on legal issues? Because you're not hooked, and you're not going to get rejected. What do you mean? Clarify what that means. You're not winning, and you're not a happiness hater. Tell me what I'm missing. That this is a love triangle. And I didn't miss that. I'm just not understanding how it plays factors here. And you didn't hit the jackpot either. So you have legal issues that you're needing to reflect on, but you're not. You're saying you're not hooked, that you rejected this person. Okay, you're telling somebody that this person caused you, or maybe there was some kind of legal issues that they helped you with. Maybe that's where the money came in, is they gave you money for your legal issues. And they were like, I rejected them. I wasn't hooked on them. I'm too busy winning, and they're just a happiness hater. They were hating on everything because they couldn't be you. They wanted to be you. And the truth is that somebody was a wolf in sheep's clothing. They had a big ego, and they were pretending to be someone or something they're not. And this person had cleaned themselves up from drugs and alcohol. And somebody here made a dirty offer. And they were called an obsessive lover. But the truth is that they weren't on drugs anymore. And they had gotten themselves cleaned up. And the person who said that about them has a big ego. They're a wolf in sheep's clothing. And they pretend to be somebody they're not. Okay, so I want to know if they pretend to be somebody they're not. Who the hell are they? They talk shit about wanting to be in a fight with somebody, but they're not going to fight anybody. They argue, though. They can't move on. What's going to be the outcome of the love triangle? Somebody's uninterested in this, and they're just not a fan of this. And somebody here is carless. So it looks like somebody's got a lot going on. And it looks like, to be honest with you, that maybe they're using somebody because they do have so many problems with money. Alright, let's see, Spirit, what else can we do here? How do you feel about this person? This Queen of Wands. How do you feel about second chance and heart fog? How do you feel about this Queen of Wands that is so happy? This relationship would make this person so happy. But it's an injustice that you want a second chance and you're longing for her. How do you feel about this Queen of Wands over here? That's an injustice because they stopped talking to you. You're conflicted about wanting a second chance. How do you feel about this Queen of Wands over here? You feel like there's a lot of chemistry between the two of you. Clarify the chemistry between the two of you. You feel like there's a chase. Like this person is going to win. They're going to chase you and pursue you relentlessly because they feel the passion. Outcome of this chase. You're not getting established. Why are you not getting established? Because you're emotional. And this is not an infatuation. It's not something you're compelled to do. It's like, this affects me so dramatically and I'm just not compelled to do it. So what do you want to do? You're going to lose this person and have a lot of grief, sorrow, and pain. Just like in the song about the house burning. And you don't keep your promises either. Or you don't keep your vows. Alright, how do you feel about the other person? Oh, wow. You have a resentment because you got sidetracked. And even though you have lust, there's no intimacy. It looks like you don't have lust. It looks like you don't even want to be with this person sexually at all. It looks like you have no feelings for them whatsoever. And the one that you actually do have these feelings for, you've lost them because somebody... Well, clarify whoever this is that's so fucking emotional and having this whirlwind. Somebody is... It's about somebody's beauty. Seeing through the heart fog, a lot of crying and regrets that they don't talk about. There's a lot of regrets. They're seeing through the heart fog and they're not telling you. They don't want to fight with you anymore either. Alright, what would this person say? This person right here that's not telling you something. What are they not telling you? This is the one that's affected emotionally. And they don't have the drug habit, or they're not compelled. To be totally honest, you're just really not my type. And my alone time is precious to me, and I honestly prefer my own company. Alright, what would you say to them? So this person's not even, it's like they're over you. It really feels like this person's over you. I find myself thinking about you a lot. If you really knew me, you would know we're not right for each other. It's comforting to know we have each other's support when it matters. And I could talk to you for hours and hours. So it sounds like this is the friend. It sounds like this is the friend. It looks like the friend is saying you're not my type and I like my alone time, and you're saying that I think about you a lot. If you really knew me, you know we're not right for each other. And it's comforting to know that we have each other's back and that I can talk to you for hours. And I wonder what would happen if we joined forces. Why don't you have any more feeling over here? You've gotten over this because you went through this emotional shitstorm and got over it. I wonder what would happen if we joined forces. I'm not really into you, but I do like the attention that you give me. What are we waiting for? Let's do this. And there's an energy between us, a vibe that can't be denied. So it does feel like there's something between you. I don't have feelings for you, but I don't want to hurt your feelings either. And that's what this guy down here is saying, being Mr. Cool and not wanting to hurt somebody. And then there's a third person. What would you say to the third person, or what would the third person say to either of you, whoever they're involved with? Because there's a third person here that's involved with one of these two people. What would they say to the one they're involved with? Are they totally in love with that person? It doesn't seem like it. I feel like we're in each other's lives for a reason. Okay. I could talk to you for hours. To be totally honest, you're really not my type. If you ask me, I'll say yes. My alone time is precious to me, and honestly, I prefer my own company. I really wish you would give me some space, and I know you're my soulmate. So, and I do like you a lot, but I like a lot of other people too. So this is the one that you're with. You know you're in their life for a reason. You talk to them a lot. You're not really their type. But if you asked me, I would say yes. Okay, that sounds like you're just doing it because you don't want to hurt their feelings. Your alone time is precious and you prefer your own company. You want this person to give you some space. You know that they are your soulmate. So you're with your soulmate, but it doesn't sound like you're all that into them anymore. And it sounds like this other person is completely not into you at all. And I think you are into that person. And I think that the reason why they're not into you at all is because they know you're married and they don't want to fuck up your marriage. And I think that they're trying to respect boundaries when it comes to your spouse who has resentment. You have resentments, I think, about them because you're not even having sex with them is what this is saying. Or maybe you're resentful because you can't have sex with the other person. Take it as it resonates. I'm not quite sure. There's a whole lot of shit going on here. A whole lot of shit going on here. Alright. I hope you're getting something out of this. I hope I'm not wasting your time and mine. If you are, like the video. Thank you. Hey, Cheryl. What's up, baby? If Cheryl wants to do questions afterwards, I'll be happy to take some questions. If you're here and you're sticking it out with me. Alright, let's see. What else do we want to know about this situation, Spirit? Alright, let's find out how Spirit's working in this situation. Spirit, how are you working in this situation? May I see, please? How are you working in? It's about believing a friend and being inspired to have freedom and faith. How are you working in this situation? Again, protection came out in reverse. So there's a lack of protection. Why is the lack of protection here? It has to do with your animals and your psychic abilities. Your psychic abilities are not protected. Your animals are upright. It's like your animals protect you when it comes to your psychic abilities. Okay, what's being hidden? That somebody's not going to travel, they're going to have bad luck, and they're an empress. Alright, what's being shown? That they're confident, they're at peace with not having anyone love them, and they're no longer grieving over this. What's going to be the outcome? They're going to heal and transform. There's a healing transformation taking place in this person's life. I still want to understand more about why there's no protection for your psychic abilities. Because of no commitment, nobody lightening your load, and finding something. It's like you need to find a commitment that'll lighten your load, but you haven't been able to find that. I think the protection for you... I don't know. Some people need another person to protect them, but in your case, you have your animals. Why are your psychic abilities in reverse? Because you're about to have a new beginning. And it's going to lead you to a lot of money, a lot of financial health. It's going to lighten your load. You're going to have a commitment. You're going to find a commitment that's going to lighten your load. For some reason, you have not felt protected, and you have felt like you haven't had any psychic abilities. But there's animals involved in your financial health. Why is the Empress not having any luck? Because of a friendship, and she needs answers. And she's having the courage, I think, to discuss this privately with somebody. I don't want to travel. This is bad luck. You are not standing in your power because you need answers about a friend. What are the answers about the friend that are coming? Can I see, please? It has to do with their prosperity. That's the only card that come out upright, and a reconciliation. So it's like they just want to be with you for your money. What kind of fucker does that? Alright, I still want to know more. Why are you not protected? Because of the Lovers. A choice. It's your choice. Clarify why that's your choice. Because you're moving on. You're moving on from this. Someone was not protecting your psychic abilities. And you're choosing to move on from this. Someone was doing something fucked up here. I wish I could really understand this. Clarify what I'm missing. What am I missing? There was some burdens that happened, and you had to have rest. Okay. I know of a person. Let me get something to drink. I do know a lady, and her family has this gift where they have the ability to go into other people's dreams, and other people can come into theirs, and I also have that gift. When we met each other, help yourself. Is it good? We met each other through this channel. Spirit put us together. Her mother had passed, and it was using my channel to get messages to her daughter, who comes from a very long line of gifted hoodoo practitioners. And they were coming into my dreams, and I dream in tarot cards. So she was coming in as the Queen of Cups, and she turns out she was a Cancer. But she would come into my dreams and cry and beg me to help her with her son. So I would get up in the middle of the night and do readings to help her with her son. And this kind of reminds me of that. It's like you have these psychic abilities, but you have to have another person or something. Like in your case, you have animals that protect you from people coming into your dreams, or whatever they're doing, there's some negative forces in your life that are trying to come at you. And you don't have anyone in your life to like. It was me, baby, I think. I think it was me. See how he just reacted? That's how your animals do when these entities try to come after you. There's somebody watching who's very gifted spiritually. They have a lot of psychic abilities. And because you need to find somebody who will be committed to you, that will understand what you're going through, Spirit says you're going to. Look at you. Look at you, Mr. Man. Okay, so I think we just got to the bottom of that. But be careful, because someone might be trying to come into your life just for the money. And they might be using the fact that you need this as their opportunity to get into your life. Ouch, asshole. Let me go put him to bed, because don't you start biting me, Bubba. We're at the end of the reading. There's not much more I can say here. Get in that cage. You're not having any more Coke. You are not having any more Coke. And it's just that simple. I'll put it away. You're not having any more Coke. No more. You need to go to bed. It's bedtime. He's trembling like a leaf. He doesn't like it when I yell at him. Come here. Come here. No. No. I love you. You do not bite, Mama, and you don't get fussy with me either. I'm the mama. I make the rules here. Alright, so we see what's happening here. But Spirit's indicating that you're going to make a choice to move forward to somebody who's going to be fair and balanced with you. And you're going to have a healing time. And you're going to really blossom and change. There's going to be some huge changes coming in your life. So get ready for that, okay? Get ready for that. It's coming. Can you show us what that might look like when those changes happen, Spirit? The Knight of Wands and the Two of Wands. You're going to move it forward, and it's going to happen quick. And somebody's going to come in and just like be like, I want to take over. Oh, it's going to be some friction, though. You're going to have, maybe you're going to stop having fights. You may have been fighting with this person because of how they mistreated you. There's about to be a wheel that's going to stop somebody from being able to move forward. Alright, show me what's going to happen here. Somebody's going to lose their courage. They're going to have a lot of fond memories, but they're going to procrastinate when it comes to a new opportunity. And they're going to miss it. They're going to waste a new opportunity. There's passion here, though. Like, I really want to go after this. It's not going to happen. Why are they doing this to their new opportunity? Spirit says they're not doing it. There's a wheel doing it. So whatever this new opportunity you think you have is, you're going to waste it. You're going to be arrogant and wasteful because of the Spirit's happening. Clarify the wheel. The King of Swords came out. Yeah, this person is going to step up and be logical. Why are they being logical? Because they want wish fulfillment. So something's going to change. This is the one that's going to change. You're not changing. They are. What's going to be the outcome of that opportunity? They're going to move on. Why are they moving on from that opportunity? Because they've earned a break. They're healing. They're wanting. I'd rather be alone. So it's almost like they were supposed to have a new opportunity with somebody else. What would be their wish fulfillment? Show me their wish fulfillment. Whoa. The Ten of Wands? Why would that be their wish fulfillment? Because of psychic abilities. And this person, this Queen of Wands. Somebody's going to come in with the truth, too. This person has been under a hell of a load. And it would be this King of Swords. It would be his... I think this is a Gemini and a Sagittarius, to be honest with you. And I think that it would be his wish fulfillment to take this load off of this woman. So he's got another opportunity over here that he's going to... The universe is going to say, you know what, this is over. You got to move on from this. You deserve a rest, a break. Like, it's like you don't have any courage to be here anymore. You have a lot of fond memories with this person, but you procrastinate because you don't want maybe to miss the opportunity. But somebody is arrogant and wasteful, and they don't appreciate anything. So you're going to say, you know what, I have earned a break. I'm taking a break from you. I'm breaking off this relationship. I need a change. And you're going to go in and you're going to say, you know what, my wish fulfillment would be to take this burden down off of this woman right here. And what will be her reaction to you wanting to do that? Fill in the blank. There's the Scorpio vibe. The Devil is here. The Ten of Cups is here. And the Knight of Pentacles is here, but in reverse. So there's a Capricorn here, Virgo, Taurus, I don't know which, and a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It's like, I had unconditional love for you, but that drinking and drugging, and look, there's the fill in the blank with that transformation. Clarify the transformation. Somebody's going to fall from grace, and this is going to change them. How are they changing because of this falling from grace? It's another fill in the blank. Can you give me a hint? The World is in reverse. And they're going to have a haunting loss. They're going to be haunted by whatever they lose because of not ending something. They're going to have a lot of fear, and there's a Queen of Cups here also. We keep seeing her in our readings a lot lately. It's like there's a Queen of Cups, and there's also a Queen of Wands. I'm not sure. But y'all understand this reading. Somebody understands this reading. And more than one of you. Alright, show me how the person that I'm reading for, show me what's going on with them. May I see, please? What's going on with the person I'm reading for? Something happened in the summer, in the past? Alright, what do you mean something happened in the summer? You had to forgive somebody for whatever happened in the summer. Alright, what's going on with the other person? They're going to return and end a third party, and it looks like a place. And what's connecting the two of you? You're ascending and being guided. You're being guided to ascend. Wow. The outcome of being guided to ascend. You're going to have recognition. Clarify the recognition. It's that metamorphosis that's changing. Why is it in reverse? I think you're going to recognize that you wouldn't change. It has to do with not having enough money, divine timing, and not settling when it comes to your creativity. That's what wouldn't change, is you didn't have any money. The timing, it seemed like, was never right. Or maybe was right, but everything else was wrong. So what's going to be the outcome here? You're going to have a commitment. But you're going to be romanticizing. Why are you romanticizing this commitment? Because it's your twin flame. There was a barrier and they were stuck. You're not going to compromise if they can't go in a new direction into a new tribe, even though it is your twin flame. You're not going to compromise. And they're watching you from a secret account. Their soulmate, their other person that they're with is watching you. What are they observing? They're watching you from a fake account. This person's They are observing that you're not speaking to somebody and you understand that they have a lot of pride and ego and that this has hurt them and that they have regrets. And they're no longer grieving over this. So it looks like that person understands what's going on pretty well. It looks like the person they're with also understands what's going on because they've been watching you. Alright, so what do we need to know here, Spirit, how this happened? Somebody would not let somebody go. Alright, what were they hiding? It was a soulmate they did not trust. There was a lot of playing hard, and somebody has had to have acceptance. And what's being shown? They had some children. Why are the children here? Because they are saying, don't retreat, don't retreat, don't leave us alone. Okay, maybe the children want you to leave, or the children don't want you. Maybe the children do want you to retreat and you won't. Alright, what's going to happen next? The next thing that's going to happen is you're going to be stable with a friend. You're going to have stability with your friendship, and things are going to come into balance. So, it looks like secretly the soulmate, there's a soulmate that you don't trust because they play too hard and you're accepting this. And what's being shown is that their children, I think, don't want you to be with them. So you're going to end up with the friend who's stable, and there's going to be balance restored. And it is your twin flame, and it's not about the money. Put away the computer. Right now you have an obsession about obstacles, boundaries, and time apart from your marriage because you don't feel like it's strictly sexual. But it doesn't sound like to me they're giving you any at all. That's why it's saying it's not strictly sexual. Okay, so let's get guidance. I don't really know what else to say. I'm not really connecting with this reading all that much. Talk to me, Spirit. What spiritual gifts are operating here? An angel in the clouds. Anything else? You're meditating and you're a phoenix rising. One more time I'm hearing. You're going to celebrate infinity. It looks like you're going to have a lot of abundance. And also you're mirroring. There's a lot of mirroring going on here among you all. Alright, let's see how the angels are working right. Quick like. If you want to do questions, Cheryl, let me know. I don't think we have a lot of people watching tonight. You're going to have administration. That's where people, places, and things are strategically placed. Spirit's working on your creative power. You have no mercy, no healing, and knowledge. Anything else? Spirit said, I have a divine plan where somebody hasn't been awakening. They're going to have courage. And there's no guardian angel. Why is there no guardian angel? Because of their faith. What do they need to do differently? Think about it. Think about it. And somebody feels like they're not beautiful. Okay, now. Outcome. Let's see. When it comes to money, what do they need to know about money? Oh, no. There's gossip about somebody celebrating. Fuck. What's the gossip, Spirit? Spirit said use the other deck. What's the gossip, Spirit? May I see, please, what the gossip is? What is the gossip? The gossip is... okay. That the sugar and the salt both look the same. This is a private relationship. It's not toxic, and you're expecting a new beginning. Somebody's into sports, and they play games, and they're busy keeping a promise. Somebody could be having a baby. Why is the sugar and the salt looking the same? Because somebody needs to chill out. You didn't use sexual protection. You're not announcing it, and somebody's sick. Why are they sick? Because of betrayal, and somebody enjoys watching the gossip. Clarify betrayal. Somebody's a copycat, and they're not tired of it and over the drama. Somebody could have poisoned you. I'm going to tell you that somebody could have poisoned you and made you sick. If you've been sick, total drama in action. If you've been sick lately and were wondering why you were sick, somebody poisoned your food. It could have been food magic. It wouldn't be the first time I'd seen food magic show up on this table. Alright, don't eat anything unless you know who cooked it from now on, because I think somebody may have done either poisoned you intentionally by giving you something that they knew would make you sick. Maybe they knew you were allergic to it, or something. They wanted you to be sick. They made you so you threw up profusely or had the runs, whichever. You know, sometimes waitresses will put eye drops in your drink so you'll have the shits. Alright, guidance, spirit. Or wait staff, I should say. I don't think they call them waitresses anymore. Map maker of destiny in reverse and the keeper of the scales upright. Somebody is going to be brought to justice for what happened here. And I feel that you're going to lose the one that you really should have ended up with. And you're going to end up with this person that you're not even attracted to because of the way you treated the other person. But that's not necessarily how it could play out. You know, people have free will, and if you make this right, that will might turn in your favor. But right now, it's not looking so good. It looks like it's leading to somebody's wish fulfillment, but not for everybody. Page 38. Or they might be getting a wheel that's going to keep them from their wish fulfillment. The law of harmony. Why am I reading that page first? Alright, we're going to keep going. The law of harmony is enacted when the keeper of the scales comes to you as an ally. Align with her as the law states, making conscious choices that create balance in your life. When you do, you also magically align with the abundance of the universe. Remember? And the powerful forces of synchronicity. This creates conditions and possibilities that lead to the fulfillment of your highest intentions. Harmony begins with the self and then resonates outward to others. You're in harmony with yourself when you nurture yourself with love, respect, and acceptance. Always fully taking responsibility for your actions. Only then can you be in harmony with others. This is because love is the central force that connects all of life and aligns you with like-minded others. Another message is restoration and the positive, fair resolution in all disputes, including those involving the legal system or other important exchanges. The keeper of the scales is a just and kind ally, always making sure balance is activated on your path. And remember, there was a fire sign that was going to have an injustice, and it was going to be made right. Or seemed to be about to be made right. Remember, I think I said somebody could have given you money for that, or be planning to give you money for that. Just be careful you're not taking advantage of this person's kindness. Alright. Map maker of destiny in reverse. It looks like it's always your ally. When the map maker of destiny appears, it's a sign that you're being given an opportunity to transform fate and into destiny. At birth, each human being is given a unique map with myriad paths that intersect with one another. Your map of destiny shows all the places you're meant to visit. Places where you will be challenged to evolve into the highest aspects of the self. Remember that you're a spark of the divine come to earth to experience itself in human form. As such, your path is unique. It's also somewhat preordained, and fate represents the events of your life that were meant to happen and that you can't change. Fate is transformed into destiny according to how you respond to your circumstances. Destiny offers you the ability to make great opportunities out of fated experiences. I'm getting tired. Oh, help me, Spirit. No, where was I? So free will and choice are possible at certain points on your map. Now is one of those times you're faced with a relationship or a circumstance brought to you by fate. How you respond will lead you into your perfect destiny. Your ally may assume the form of a soulmate or twin flame come to heal your heart and be your companion. And see, that's what's happening here. It said it in those exact words. Perhaps your challenger makes you face the things within you that must change in order for you to express your highest good. Maybe fate brings you an ally in the form of a wonderful new project, and that was said too, or a challenger in the form of a failed business, and I think that was talked about as well. No matter which form they take, all are perfect expressions of fate inviting you into your destiny. Pay attention as your map unfolds. And remember that fate makes the map, but destiny is determined by the manner in which you engage your journey. So this is 100% in your hands. Your part of it is 100% in your hands. You decide how you want to respond to the circumstances placed in front of you. And it looks like right now you have a friend. Somehow belief, your faith, your freedom, and your being inspired is all a factor in that. How? I have no earthly idea. Let's see what your best friend would say. What would their best friend say about this, Spirit? Sweatpants count as real pants. You deserve it. And remember I said somebody might be pregnant and they didn't use sexual protection? Bop, bop, bop. Alright. So, where are we? Okay. No big deal. Either people watch or they don't. I never have had much of a crowd on Friday nights. I think our regulars watch, and I think they've liked the video, and I appreciate that. Are you going to shit on the table, or what? Anyway, it's time for him to go to bed. So, I am going to close now. Unless Spirit has something else Spirit wants to say. Cosmo, do you have anything you want to say? You want to say anything, baby? You ready to go night-night? Are you ready to go night-night? Yeah. Alright, well, I'll see you guys first thing in the morning. We're going to have a reading in the morning. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. And then I have another one on Sunday morning. And then I have somebody coming to get a private reading. So I'm going to be doing a lot of cleansing, preparing myself and my environment here, so that when they come, I'll have some clean, fresh energy to work with. And hopefully, they want me to try and access a loved one that's crossed over. So pray for me that I'll be able to do that, because I don't fake it. I never will. And either they come through or they don't. And sometimes they do. I've had them come through very strongly. And sometimes they don't. But I'm not going to pretend. Either it happens or it doesn't. So pray that if it's meant to happen, that it will, so this person can get the closure that they need. Alright, I'll see you guys in the morning. Take care. Cheryl, thank you for showing up. I love you, baby. I appreciate you. Yes, please come tomorrow. Kailash is going to moderate, so don't feel pressured that you have to do anything of that nature. But I would like you to help him just to kind of keep the pace, and yeah, thank you. Please pray. And yeah, if you want to show up tomorrow, and if you're able to show up Sunday, and you want to help Kailash by reminding people, that I'm just doing the reading now, and I'll get to them when I get to them, and encouraging them to like, share, subscribe, and all that. Because it's hard to do all of that at once, and a lot of times it doesn't all get done. Alright. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here tonight. Cosmo's going nuts right now. He's biting me. Stop it. Stop it. You remember it said you're not protected from your animals or something? There's something to that. I'm not quite sure I got it. Somebody got it, though, and I think I know who it was. All right, you guys take care. I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Bye-bye. I just heard something go beep, beep.